If you came here just for the cussing, you a silly bitch. Why you here on the page then? I'm gonna take you off the page. Got my gin and juice. I'm gonna feel alright. I'm gonna roll with the dice. Try another let's you. Wherever they fall, I might be in an upscale club tonight, or some hole in the wall. I'm gonna be sharp again, down low down. Some mother daughter better look out, 'cause I'm in a party. Yeah, tell me how about you? Well, somebody come party with me. Oh, let's make it do what it do. Hey, yeah, I'm in a party. I'm stepping out tonight. DJ, remove your Satan lives off my page or I'm removing you. He does not live on my page. Okay? BJ, whoever the fuck you are. Coming on my page with Satan lives. And he does not live on my page. He does not reside on my page. Okay? So either you retract that right now or I put you off the page. 10, 9, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You ain't did it. You know. Just that damn simple. Hey, Monica. Hey, baby. How you be? Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. I feel better on this afternoon, and I think that I have been suffering from some side effects of my second vaccination. I just been tired, just real tired for about the last week. Today I'm feeling a whole lot better than I've been feeling. I make myself go. I'm just that kind of man. I've been doing this show and it ain't felt like doing it, but I'm feeling a whole lot better. Yeah, Jay White, thank you, man. I'm feeling, man, I've been so fucked up. Yeah, I was, I was just feeling, ooh, messy, messy. Yeah, I had no drive, I had no energy. Uh, I had no, no nothing. And whoever you are already know that I don't talk to people uh, with blocked numbers. But I was, damn. I sat there and I said, what's wrong with me? Yeah. Mm. So I guess, Miss Lucille, that's a common factor. Well, mine was a little bit longer. I took my shot last Wednesday. I didn't start feeling that way till about Friday. Um, and then and over the weekend, I was just, ugh. Thank you, Bridget. I was just, ugh. Mm. And I have, I guess I have insomnia. I don't sleep at night well, no. No. If I go to bed at 12 o'clock, I'm not going to sleep till 2 or 3. Um, hmm. um, and then I get up at 5:30. I do my morning show. Then, if I have nothing to do, I rest for another couple of hours, which is normally my best sleep of the day is when I get off of the air in the morning time. But I had a long talk, a long, a old friend of mine. She's moving back to Memphis um, from Chicago. She's from Memphis. Well, she's from Michigan, lived in Memphis, went to Chicago, got a good job, and she decided she was coming back to Memphis. And she wants to be involved in my campaign. And I have not mentioned it. And thank you, baby. I'm cute in whatever I got on. Hmm. But thank you, Aretha. I have not mentioned the mayor's race in maybe 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe a month or so. But it is very much still on my plate. Okay. And some of my enemies and some of the political pundits, I have to keep them wondering as to what it is that I'm going to do. Thank you, Alto Burks. Um, I have to keep them wondering. But this young lady and I, and Miss Lucille, I still need you. I'm going to put together a designated group of individuals that I know and trust. And we want to look at this race. And one of the things that I understand is me being who I am in this city, that I'm going to get some kickback. That's part of the flow. My enemies are going to attempt, and they may not hit me as hard as they hit others because they know I don't play fair. I have no scruples and I have no morals when it comes to getting in your ass. Um, so we'll see. We will see. I have been in the dark here most of the day. Most of the day. I've been sitting up here in the dark. When the lights first went off, I said, God damn, I know I just paid the bill the other day. But in right down the street from me, some fools decided that they were going to drag race. And one of the cars hit a post in a Challenger, and the post didn't move. He had to be going way over 100 miles an hour because it split the car in two. If one of them dead, he'll never drag again. Uh, but it knocked the power out. Now, what the fuck? And then the power came back on. Then the power went off for a while. Okay. So, um, you know, and I tell these young heathens, when you're drag racing on city streets, you want to die. You're driving fast to the cemetery. You're in a hurry to get to the graveyard. And that is a hole that is waiting for you in the graveyard. There's a spot in the graveyard. Boy, that'll preach. Ooh, that'll preach. There's a spot in the graveyard that has already been designated for you. You may have been in a particular graveyard to visit somebody else or to inter somebody else. And unbeknownst to you that there was and there is a spot just for you. Boy, I could preach that thing now. Oh, I feel that one. There's a spot for you. And many times, that spot in the graveyard is the only piece of real estate that you'll ever own. You've lived and rented in an apartment complex. You never owned a spot. And basically, when you die, you don't own the spot. Your mama then, they give you a deed. Yeah, oh God, I can preach that one. They give you a deed to the land. When my mama died and I bought her grave, they gave me a deed. I said, huh? You own that property. You own that property that your mama is laying in. Mr. Matthews, while you here, there is a spot right next to your mama. Do you want to purchase it? Hell no. Not today. Not today. Not today. There's other real estate ventures I would rather participate in today than buying that small little piece of property. But one of the things that our young black men must understand that there's a spot for you. Boy, I want to preach that. There's a spot for you. You can do all that you can do. You can have all the friends that you want to have. Y'all can carry all the guns. Y'all can smoke all the dope. You can do all the robbing. But at the end of the day, there's a spot for you. And I went down the street to see, because I didn't know what it was. Then I started getting the news reports and people taking pictures, and I went down there and I looked at the young man laying on the ground, covered up in a blue tarp. That wasn't his spot, because they came along and scooped him up so that they can take him finally to his spot. I looked at how the car was torn into pieces. I mean, the car was split in two. But whose fault is it that he's going to his spot? Nobody but his. He made a tragic decision. When he left home, He had no expectation that where he was on his way to was a spot. Probably on his way to meet the boys or to meet some woman. Got on Hickory Hill in his Challenger. Had to be going the max in that car. Had to be going 125, 140 or 50 miles an hour. And death was on Hickory Hill. Heard him rev up his engines. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Come on. Come on. Here he comes. Probably looking at the other car. Loses control. And there's a post there. Post wasn't bothering nobody. Just a post. Holding up wires that's in power to houses, places of residence. Just a post. Just standing there. The young fellow loses control and hits the post. Hits the post without breaking. He hits the post at full impact. Dead for no reason. Other than a challenge. I can go faster than you. Can't you see death just laughing? Can't you hear death just chuckling? I done got another foolish black man. They ain't gonna learn, they ain't gonna listen. But I got a spot for him. Let me leave that alone. I went to see Fast and Furious 9. See, our young people have not been able to learn how to distinguish between Hollywood and reality. That looks good on the screen. Oh, it looks good. kept my attention. I didn't even go to sleep at the movie. Sure Jones says, don't be foolish and die before your time. You can't die before your time, brother. You cannot die before your time. You said your time. Time does not belong to you. Time belongs to God. And Scripture says, if you believe Scripture, and it is once appointed unto man to die. Your days can be lengthened. The Bible speaks many times of people asking for more time. I'm asking God every day, give me some more time. But this young man didn't have to die like this. No, Dimples, time does not belong to you. Time belongs to God. Because if time belonged to you, you could extend your time. I promise you, I ain't gonna preach this either. But I feel one, boy. That spot thing. Yeah. Cut my cable off, cut my lights off. I just sit here in the dark. I finna call Memphis like gas and water. But I paid them the other day. I just sat here and rocked in the lights because I knew that even though death had cut my lights off, that my lights were going to come back on. Because death didn't have me. He had who he wanted. He liked to get me, though. Now, don't matter. He liked to get you, too. But I try to keep myself out of the atmosphere where I know death lingers. See, there are certain groups that death hangs around. And he hangs around young fools. Our black men do not understand. You can't talk to black men now. You can't talk to them. They don't realize they got a spot. No. They think that they can do anything that they want to do and do it to anybody that they want to do it to, and there is no consequences. But there's a consequence to every action. Here he laying dead. 9 times out of 10 ain't got nail insurance. They're going to have fish fries and plate selling. Nickel and diamond together. All because you're in a hurry to get to your spot. They don't understand that death is waiting on them. That young man didn't understand that when he put the key in the ignition, and started the engine, you're going to lose this race. Come on my page and speak English, please. I don't know what that is. You in a race. You trying to win the race. But scripture says, I'm going to scratch my head, let me stop. The race is not given to the swift or the strong, but the race is given to the one that can endure to the end. It ain't about it ain't about how fast you run this race in life. It's about enduring. It's about persevering. It's about going when you don't want to go. It's about making efforts to be whatever it is that is successful in life. It's enduring to the end. He lost the race. He lost the race. He won't get no medal. He won't get no trophy. The devil ain't just stood there with that little checkered flag as he hit that post. There are plagues on this land. The pandemic ain't the only plague that we got. There is a plague on our youth, on our young people. Our young people are out of control. You've lost control. Yeah, somebody say he'll only get teddy bears and t-shirts. Y'all ain't got money for the film, but y'all go get t-shirts. Put his face on a t-shirt. You put teddy bears up on the post that killed him. That he killed himself on, rather. You put teddy bears on it. You'll decorate that post. I have to drive from my house and pass by all your tributes. You little teddy bears, you're going to little up the neighborhood with that bullshit. And then 9 times out of pen. You'll get some weak, soft-pedaling preacher that won't speak to all the young folk that'll come to this funeral. See, because at the funeral, they produced right in my house. No, that was another wreck there. World over commas. At the funeral, ain't that nigga talking about him? Ain't that nigga talking about him? He can't hear nothing you say. And ain't nothing you say about him gonna make no difference. You ain't got no heaven to put him in. You ain't got no hell to put him in. But when I preach those kind of funerals, I take an opportunity to talk to the rest of the young folk. Because I'd have to tell them that's a spot. That would be my message. There's a spot. And guess what? And I'm going to come out of this. Can't nobody take your spot. That's your spot. Can't nobody jump in line and take your spot. That's your spot. If you're in one of them nice cemeteries, they done cut the grass. That's your spot. They'll play some chimes and things. That's your spot. When they lay you in your spot, oh, folk gonna cry. Ooh. Yeah, they're gonna cry at your spot. They're gonna ask questions. Why did he have to go at your spot? They may even bring some pigeons, some doves. Well, some of y'all want pigeons. They even bring some doves and let the doves fly away. At your spot. Then, at your spot, brother, the crying gonna stop. Your mama gonna get in the limousine. Your friends gonna get in the car. Your buddy who been looking at your girl all the time, now he got her. And guess what, brother? You in your spot now all by yourself. Just you in your spot. Just you in your spot. Ain't none of them folk gonna even come and visit you at your spot no more. Oh, every now and then they'll mention your name when they're drinking. Remember old so-and-so? Your spot's for you. Okay, that's enough about that. That's enough. Your mom ain't gonna even come back and see you. Walaikum salam, bro. Your baby gonna have another daddy. It's just you and your spot. All right, I'm gonna. Is that enough? That's enough on the spot. Um, Ben Crump was in Memphis today. Probably be here tomorrow. A black man from Chicago came to visit Memphis. I think he came to visit his father. He stopped in East Memphis to get some gas. Turned his music up loud. Did I go to what church? Uh, had a verbal altercation with a security guard that works for Kroger's, standing with a beer can and a cigarette in his hand. The white security guard, that's a former Horn Lake, Mississippi police officer, shot him down. So naturally, there was a press conference. Ben Crump, the family, and Van Turner, who is the head of the NAACP, also a county commissioner. Also, there are rumors that he's going to run for mayor. I I expected Ben Crump. Okay. He was arrested, so why are they here? That's a foolish question. Lawsuit. Money. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if that Al Sharpton does not end up in Memphis. But the part that bothers me is the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. And my question becomes, why is the NAACP involved? That's what I really want to know. With blacks getting killed by the large numbers in Memphis on a daily basis, and the NAACP is totally silent, why is the NAACP involved? I think nothing of the NAACP. Nothing. I think nothing about the leadership here in Memphis of the NAACP. The NAACP that recently took money from a pipeline company that was going to go through the black communities, black neighborhoods, and lay down pipelines. They took the bribery money and said, well, they just took the money. Van Turner, who's the white boy's nigga, the good white boy. And see, I'm the only somebody that would run for sheriff that would tell him, you ain't shit, nigga. White folk bought you. You raised hell over taking down the statues of dead white men. Negroes got excited over symbols of racism when racism is a reality. I don't give a fuck about a dead white man. That statue, when I was a little boy, that dead white man was on that horse in the park 64 years ago. And don't let the bow tie fool you that he wears. He ain't of the nation. He weak as motherfucking water. I look forward to telling the story on Van. Run, Van, run. Now you want to be seen with Ben Crump. Do you think that that is going to excite black folk? Huh? To be seen with Al, if Al comes to Memphis? You think that black folk give a fuck in Memphis, Tennessee about that bullshit, and black folk are dying here, murdered every day in this city, and you don't say nothing? Being Crump today, I saw a little bit when my TV came back on about these people, the family needs to be paid. Oh, they will. Oh, they will. I mean, no doubt in this case. No doubt in this case. Kroger's and the security company being a little third of the money. see you. That it just happened Saturday. And being in Memphis on Tuesday. This shit, let me tell you something. And I said, and I thought about running for mayor in this mayor's race and all of that. And I keep saying, Thaddeus, do you want to put yourself through that shit? Do you really want to put yourself through that? Thaddeus, in a city that has not supported you in the past, do you really want to put yourself through that? Thaddeus, do you think that black folk will stand with you? And I sit there and I agonize with myself and I say, I don't know. Then the question becomes, will white folk support you at all? And I said, I looked at the thing, and one of the things when I put my planning committee together, and we look at this and make a decision, white folk tired. White folk could probably tolerate me for 4 years to clean up this bullshit that these nigger politicians have put us in. The shape that the black community is in right now is 100% the fault of black leadership. Hey, Selena. We're going to do something for Selena in just a little bit. I need y'all to stay here. Do you know that many of the black churches in Memphis are owned by white religious organizations? Do you know that there are black preachers in the city that are scared to come forth and talk about the realness of blackness and what is going on in our community because they don't want to upset their masters, their churches, their Negro churches here? They're in white folks' buildings for $1 a year. They must follow the white man's agenda. They fool you as though God has blessed them to get big buildings. I saw a Negro preacher last week that I was into it a couple of years ago, talking about how he was in debt and how God has came along and made it fix. Then somebody sent me the paperwork. No, nigger preacher. No, Pastor Leon Jones. Dwelling place. Tell the folk that the white folk own that building now. They're going to let you stay there on Sundays. The one thing that I tell them, oh yeah, see, I'm a dirt finder. I keep a shovel of truth with me. So don't come with me with that bullshit because I know how to dig the facts up. The white man has made promises to you. Van Turner will talk about. I got the statues at the pile. But tell the other side of the story. Tell the other side of the story, Van. Tell how you couldn't deal with the white male. Tell how there were 3 prime properties on the Mississippi River that had white statues in it. And the park in the central of Memphis. Tell the folk how you got all that property for $3,000. Tell them. You crackerjack ass, boot-licking, water-carrying niggas. Nothing has been done to change the condition of anything that's going on in the city of Memphis. Now, Van Turner will not be the only candidate. I just got to do a few more little things. And see, here's the thing about me. I don't give a fuck whether I win or not. I ain't excited, but I may just trump you. He ain't the only candidate. Some of my haters are gonna vote for me just to see if I can do it. If you tired of crime. White folks tired of crime. We building buildings and we don't give a damn about building lives. Shootings on Beale Street could be stopped. The power is there to stop the killing on Beale Street. I don't go to Beale Street now. If I go to Beale Street, I go in the daytime with the white peoples. I go when the white peoples go. When I see the white peoples exiting, time to go. How you gonna have thousands of folk on Beale Street with 19, 20 police? Police sitting around watching fights start. The mayor wants you to pay $5 to get on Beale Street. It's unconstitutional. It's already been proven in federal court that it's unconstitutional. How are you going to pay to go on a public street? How you gonna pay for? Then the mayor comes on TV and says, I said, this got to be the cittiest motherfucker that's in the city dictionary. We need to go back to the $5 because when we had the $5, we wasn't having no killings. Are you such a dumb motherfucker that you think that the folk ain't got $5 that's killing the girl that they got that's arrested now? You don't think she had $5? Well, Henry, if you tell my speech, we can stop you right now. You ain't got to hear it. Mr. Lucille, call me. If you're still on the page. There are violations of the curfew law that are going on. Ms. Lucille, I know you were on here. Call me. Because I want to put you on this big box. If I call you, it's going to be another. It's going to be an alarm. Y'all falling for the okie doke. These Negroes ain't got no power here in Memphis. These men follow the doctrine of the white man. Ms. Lucille?
Hi, Mr. Thaddeus.
Hey, let's talk about Beale Street for a minute. And
yes, sir.
Miss Lucille, her husband and some others were the ones that went and got the $23 million to revitalize Beale Street years ago. The white man didn't go get the money. They didn't think that it could be done. But let's come up right now with the Beale Street Development Corporation and the city of Memphis. What actually is going on Beale Street, and what can be done to stop all this killing and all these thousands of young folk on the street at night, Fridays and Saturday nights?
Well, Mr. Thaddeus, I have been fighting that fight for the last, 5 years when they first mentioned charging the citizens of Memphis to come onto Beale Street. Now, Beale Street is a public street and still to this day paid for by the taxpayers, citizens of Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
And they know it's unconstitutional to charge to get on a public street. And the answer to me is so simple. See, you got a lot of people that's on the outside making decisions. You got some that are hid behind the doors that very seldom be on the street itself at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
I am out front and center at nighttime until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm seeing the teenagers on Beale Street. And what do teenagers do? They down there 14, 15 years old, throwing firecrackers, starting a stampede. They running or knocking one of the horses down, not the real horse, but the horse that divides the street. And it sounds like a gunshot. Well, when they knock those down again,
Ms. Lucille, wait a minute, let me stop you. Because I thought you,
yes, sir.
I thought you, because I know that the police be down there on the horses. I thought you, I was saying now, these niggas done got crazy. They done knocked the horses down.
No, sir. No, Mr. Daddy.
Okay.
Divide Beale Street for you to enter
Okay.
Beale Street.
Okay.
And I've told the city council, how many times did I go before the city council, that if you want to charge the people to get onto Beale Street, and you got 4 entrances on Beale.
Mm-hmm.
You know the issue. Each Friday and Saturday, those are the main days. And it does not take a rocket scientist to see that after 10 o'clock, you could have people in place. If you can charge $5 to prevent the guns from coming onto a bill at 10 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
then you already know the solution, but you still want to charge.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes no sense
Mm-hmm.
that they come in after 10 o'clock. And about 11 or 12, of course, they drinking their liquor, they having fun. And the blacks are not the only ones that fight. Because that is actually that you have a lot of whites on bill after that hour.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they put that, as I call it, ignorant oil, but alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
then, tempers flare a little bit. They're going to do that. But what I don't like that young lady came down there with the gun, that could have been prevented if you had people in place. That does not mean charge them, but people in place to still check the people before they come onto a bill.
So let me ask you something on that. Do you
Yes, sir.
think that uh, scanners, and I'm not talking about them hand scanners. I do they need those portable scanners on the ends and the entrances of Beale Street so that everyone that comes on Beale Street goes through the scanner?
Well, they had to, even the handheld scanner would tell you basically the zip code. When you show your ID, that scanner retains all that information. We had that.
Okay.
We have that, and we have the other tools before they come onto a bill. But they don't see. Memphis does not invest in the number one tourist attraction in the state of Tennessee, which is Beale Street. They spend no money. Minimum dollars, minimum. Whereas to New Orleans and Nashville, they spend money for their tourist attraction.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to their entertainment districts, money is being spent by their city. They invest in their entertainment. Memphis does. They can spend millions on development surrounding Beale Street. Therefore, you taking the police from Beale Street area, they got the police the surrounding area.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying now to protect all the apartments and condos and homes you have built surrounding Beale Street.
Mm-hmm.
So now, how can you manage a crowd of thousands with 20 or 30 police officers? And this is a true fact because I had to subpoena the records of the police department. Half of the time they did not have the officers on Beale Street.
Okay.
But yet they want to complain. They want a pristine environment when you're not paying the cost for it. The $5 is something you spending. That $5 half of the time don't know where the money is going. Now downtown Memphis Commission is holding the funds to fix the lights and to add fencing. No, that's the city of Memphis property.
Okay.
Why do we have to pay to intervene when the city of Memphis is supposed to pay for lights?
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to pay for fencing. They can protect Beale Street if they want to, but the money is going outside of Beale and to these multi-million-dollar investments surrounding Beale. So we know the crowd is coming at 10 o'clock at night. That's facts. That's historic. It's been like that forever on Beale Street.
Okay.
10 o'clock at night, the grown people, the black African Americans, they come onto Beale Street. They done worked all week long, majority. And then they come down there to have a good time. That's history. It's been like that. So if you know they coming down there and you know you got thousands of teenagers down there, well, that soup is getting ready to overflow because the young ones not, they don't have any respect. They playing and they don't have any other place to go.
So how would the transition, Miss Lucille, go in, let's say, 8:30, 9 o'clock? We're gonna get rid of all of the youth off of the street. How would that transition go smoothly?
All they have to do is so simple to sweep that street. That's all they have to do. They out in the open. They not inside the restaurants. They not inside the clubs. You could sweep that street at 8:30. I
Okay.
would do it at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Therefore, you got your people in place for the entryways. They already in place at 8 o'clock. So once you sweep the street, now with the new fencing that we do have, and I don't take away from that, but we should not have to pay for it. The city should have paid for it.
Hmm.
But since it's in place now, then it's hard for the teenagers to breach the areas
Hmm.
because they cannot climb over the fencing like they was doing previously.
Are they still
So now,
opening? Are they still opening the side door to what's that club on the corner? Um. Ooh.
as what Tippy Sullivan,
Yeah. Were they?
yeah, they still got. But see, even in that area, she charging to make her some money. Agreed, pure greed. And they was allowing that, but I think with the new downtown Memphis commission, from my understanding,
Hmm.
they stopped that. So
Okay.
I'm not certain. I can't put that on her. So I'm
Okay.
not certain, but otherwise, the area, you see how difficult it is to park down there now
Okay. Yeah.
because they got, yeah, it's very difficult. So therefore, you will have a lot of walkers, the teenagers, they walking anyway. So they're trying to breach the entrance way. They was climbing fencing, and I mean, even behind my office, the camera would show the 15, 20 at a time,
Okay.
girls and boys climbing the fence. So now they can't really do that. So if they sweep the street at 8 o'clock on the weekend, then they would reduce the issues, problems down there, probably about 80%.
So you can no longer go the alley behind where your office is. You can't.
Right, you cannot climb that anymore. The way you can't get your fingers through like it was previously, you can't do that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they did that, and then you got your new club down there, the new beer. Um,
Yeah.
it's not Wild Acres,
Yeah. I know.
and so they got new fencing back there. So those areas now, even at Handy's Park, you see the new fencing there.
Hmm.
So it's kind of hard for them to breach the areas now
Hmm.
because those young folks, I mean, they bill. When I say by the thousands, my goodness. And so it's real simple. You don't have to charge. Just put someone in place, have the people in place at the entry points. Sweep the street at 8 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. Once you got the majority, if they're not with their parents, they have to go.
Okay.
They have to go. And after 8 o'clock, it's then a real grown folks environment.
So
And that's what you want
so
after 8 o'clock.
so why do you think that the city doesn't? If it's that simple, why do you think that the leadership of the city hasn't done anything about it?
Well, Mr. Thaddeus, I don't hesitate to say it was that idea was dreamed about with some of our stakeholders, of course, white stakeholders, when they first came up with it. And I told them, that's a racist move. That's
Okay.
discriminatory. It's just that simple. You cannot, if you charge at night, you might as well charge in the day. Because you cannot pick a certain hour of the night to say, well, and knowing that African Americans are on there at night, that we're not going to charge in the day, but we will charge at
Let,
night.
let me ask you this
No, that
because
was the white person's idea.
let me ask you something because somebody's bringing this point up. Africa in April,
Yes.
which is not technically on Beale Street,
No.
uh,
Church farm.
they were charging. I'm hearing this year to go into the park.
They did that previously, pre-COVID, because of the young teenagers.
But how do you?
So
Well, see, I'm still going back. How do you charge to go into a public park?
I don't know, Mr. Thaddeus. I know from what my understanding is that they did it for the teenagers. But so I don't have the answer, and nobody has fought against it.
Because I remember one time it was free.
Yes, it was free up until maybe 3 years ago,
Yeah, I guess.
at least 3 or 4.
I guess David Asa got broke. I know you ain't gonna say that, but yeah.
No, because truly that was my understanding that so many teenagers was coming there
Oh,
and creating havoc for African
but see that don't make sense because them very same young folk got $10.
Yeah, well, it thinned the crowd out for the young ones because they know once they pay, and you know how it was when we was young. We had our little $5 or $10. So you got when you went to the fair, you might add 20 or 30. So a lot of times they don't have the $5 or $10 to get into the area.
See,
But they will walk around.
I see if you go rent some space that does not belong to the citizens of the city of Memphis, then charge whatever you want to charge. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But a public park, you charge $10. You want to charge $5. And for those who listening, Africa in April is run by a black man. So,
Yeah.
and his wife. I'm going to be
Yes.
nice because Mr. Lucille on the phone.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm gonna be nice. I ain't gonna call her dead looking with you on the air.
No, sir. No,
Okay.
sir.
Looking like Morticia.
No, sir.
Okay, I ain't gonna do that. But it's all a scheme, though, Miss Lucille, and it's just as bad as. And I refused to do it, and you know, I had some issues, so they started letting me park in the alley. At Rendezvous,
Yes.
you ain't gonna charge me, $10 to park on the street.
No one has challenged them, Mr. Thaddeus.
I'm talking about what Rendezvous is.
Right.
What is the name of it? I can't think of the street right this minute. It ain't Madison, I don't think. But right there at Rendezvous, right as you get to the alley, from 2nd Street all the way down that strip, they charge now. They got a valet company there.
Yes.
That charge you $10 a park. And I parked there, and the guy told me, you want to pay. I said, I ain't gonna pay you no time. Well, I'm gonna call police. I said, please call the police. Please. I'll be in the Rendezvous. I said, now, and if you tow my car on a public street, then we could have an issue. Okay?
They knew you would challenge them when the word got to the owners of Rendezvous. They knew you would challenge that, and you would have won.
And
they allowed a lot of restaurants downtown to do that.
Yeah, but how do you get permission to charge on city streets?
Because the council has approved it more than likely, or the mayor. And so that's why they are allowed to do that. I know I'm certain I read something about that.
Monroe, that's the street, Monroe.
Monroe, okay.
Okay.
Monroe is a public street.
It's a public street. You got
Yeah.
you got meters on the street. I told him I'll put a quarter in the meter if that make you feel better, but I ain't gonna give you no
Yeah.
$10.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to me to be unconstitutional as well. I don't see how the council would even have the power to say that this portion of property belongs to this business X for X number of hours a day.
Mm-hmm. Well, they knew that you would challenge that, and that's why they did not pursue that any further, because they know Mr. Thaddeus, but they can get away with it if no one challenged them.
No.
And that's what they do. That's and you just have to fight back, because if we don't start fighting back, just like with downtown by the river, eventually they will close that off so no one will have access.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is because the climate down there. A lot of the whites have moved down there, a lot of expensive homes.
Mm-hmm.
So they really don't want you on Beale, and they don't want you near that river. And so you have to challenge that. People must understand, if you allow one injustice,
Yes.
then you will that one grow into thousands, and that's what is going on across, not only in Memphis, all over. So we have to challenge them.
Well, if
When other races don't like something, they challenge that, and they normally win. But we sit back and say, okay. And knowing even on Bill, it upsets me so that when I see my people, you bring your wife down there or your grandkids, and you have them to pay $5 or $10 per person, and knowing it's a public street, that hurts my heart. And then they get the money and they're so cavalier with it and explaining, well, we doing that for safety. No, you're not doing it for safety. When it initially started, I'm knowing where it came from. And they lied to the public about the unsafety of Bill, just like you feeling unsafe. And they did that so they could charge.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that's how it was created from the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And they was taking that money they was making $40,000 and $50,000 a night, taking it to one little room. How do you sit there and count and don't know who counting the money, and actually where it's going? So that's why I filed the federal lawsuit, because it was enough.
Who keeps the money?
Now, since I filed the federal lawsuit, and I did tell counsel, I stood up and told counsel, how do you allow such? If it was me or you, Mr. Thaddeus, to allow to have that much money in a backpack, to take to one little room, to count, you don't know how many dollars been made. And then the next day you know that, okay, the money is being dispersed here and there. No. And it was wrong, and it's wrong now. DMC is in charge of the funds, Downtown Memphis Commission.
Okay.
And they are in charge now. So they pretty much got a handle on where and how the money is spent. I'm glad of that. So that was that created change down there, but still the fact of charging now it's unconstitutional, and it is so wrong on all levels to charge the citizens of Memphis and the tourists any money to come onto Beale Street. It's just wrong. It's like we're a podunk town and don't have no solutions to our problems on Beale Street.
Is it just a simple matter, Ms. Lucille, of greed?
It's greed. Greed, and I'd be so glad when we get someone in office that will stop it, to see the wrong, to see the racism, to see the prejudice, and know that it's wrong. If it costs the city of Memphis so many dollars to make sure that they have control over the traffic and people coming with guns, then so be it. If that's your number one tourist attraction, 6 to 7 million tourists per year come onto Beale Street, and you mean you cannot find a solution?
Mm.
It's simple. But when greed has taken over, period, to charge, and then it is really the black people. That's what they want to charge the African Americans. That's what it is. Even the judge, when we was in court, he could not believe it. He said, I hope y'all come up with an answer. He had never seen such as that for Beale Street and wanted to charge African Americans to come on to Beale. He could not believe it. They don't want you to play your music outside. They trying to make it so pristine. Pristine for who? Mm-hmm. Everyone knows Beale Street history. It wasn't perfect from the inception.
Okay.
You think you're not going to have a fight when you selling millions in alcohol? Mm-hmm. You got thousands of different personalities. Of course you're going to have some type crisis.
What about
it's okay. Keep it moving.
What about the lack of police on Beale Street?
I could not believe it because they sold and told on the news how dangerous Beale was. That was so they could charge. And if you go back, they was all white faces. Oh yes, we need to charge because it's crime is just prevalent on Beale Street. Mm-hmm. And so I subpoenaed, when I filed that lawsuit, the police department records mm-hmm. to see the crime on Beale Street.
Okay.
And when I say that 16 crimes, millions of visitors, 16, and majority was like pickpocket.
Okay.
But what they did, all the way to Danny Thomas, all the way to Union, all the way down to the river, they put those stats into Beale Street to make it look like it was just a crime-infested area, like a perilous sea of people that just lost. No, 16 crimes. And when you have events such as May 4th of July, and you can only provide 19, maybe 30 officers, you know something wrong with that, Mr. Thaddeus. Mm-hmm. 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 Go to New Orleans, go to Nashville for their holidays such as the 4th of July. New Orleans gonna have 100 plus right there.
You know, we're about to have the Southern Heritage, so you're gonna have Jackson State, and you're going to have all of Memphis. You're gonna have all of the festivities going on. So you're going to again have thousands of people.
Thousands of people. Thousands.
So do you think that it will be any better?
I'm hoping that this conversation, and with the city council already knowing, that the provisions be in place for the crowd control. You know, and see, you have to ask why that they really don't want the sheriff department involved. Although you have to pay them, but then that's your number one choice.
No, that's a good question. Why is not the Shelby County Sheriff's Department involved in the security of Beale Street?
It has been a known fact about the division and between the city of Memphis police and the sheriff department. And we have requested that, I think Councilwoman Jamita Swearingen questioned that as why the sheriff department was not on Beale Street. Mm-hmm. If you having a problem with the police officers, then include the sheriff department. It's something our Sheriff Bonner would know the true facts on that issue. But they could include the sheriff department down there if necessary. It would be more security, and that's what we requested. We requested if you short on police officers, then ask the sheriff department, which Sheriff Bonner had no problem doing that. But as soon as it got quiet again, then shoe fly sheriff department go back. Go back. We don't need you anymore.
But see, that comes from the mayor's office.
Of course it comes from the mayor's office. Of course it comes from the mayor. And then and I say about our mayor, and I don't bad talk him, but the climate when he was running for re-election, Mr. Thaddeus, he had those officers on bills to stand down. Don't do nothing. Period. So that's the climate that you have now. They'll wait until the fight has started before they move.
Okay.
That's the climate down there now. And for him to win re-election, he didn't want nothing said about police or any issues down there. So he had those officers to stand back. Don't you move. And them officers was angry about it. But yet, now, okay, you got what you asked for. That is the climate. They will not move until someone is fighting or half dead. That's just what you have. That's just the truth.
Or dead.
Or dead. Because I mean that's you didn't want them to intervene. You was too afraid that it would be on the news if something happened. So you told them to stand down, don't do anything. So now, okay, they not. Anybody walk down, that fight is in full force before they move. They can see them arguing right there in their face. I'm looking, they looking. All until they throw blows and on the ground, will they engage themselves? That's it. That's it. So now you won the re-election, but the climate is what you asked for.
Yeah.
No one is moving. So that's what we have. You know, you put Beale Street in your annual budget, just like Nashville, just like New Orleans. Don't sit back and say you're going to charge. If you know that you can stop the guns from entering Beale Street, if you know that you can reduce the crowd just by having attendance there at the checkpoints, then you do that. You don't have to charge for that. You implement that. And pay the cost to implement that. You paying the cost for everything else. We spending millions to hotels we can't even go to. Apartments, millions that we can't even afford. But our poor citizens of this city is paying for it. Apartments, I mean, they're paying out of the taxes every dollar. You pay taxes coming out. You paying for all these developments, and you can't even afford to even stay in a one-bedroom apartment downtown.
My God.
They do nothing for us. Nothing. So spend money on Beale Street. Don't charge the citizen. Spend the money. That's all I ask. You know, they know it's unconstitutional. They know it's not right. And I pray we get a mayor of substance that knows and will do something about it, that will create that change down there.
Well, you know, as of right now, you know, and I'll talk to you off the air about some of what my plans are.
Yes, sir.
I've got a friend that moved back to Memphis this week that I know very well, and we've worked on a lot of projects. I sit down and do some planning and some strategies. There's a few little things, I's I got to dot, and some T's I got to cross. And then we're gonna see what this thing is. We're gonna see what this thing is all about. But I'll call you and we'll talk about it off air. Thank you, Miss Lucille.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Somebody said they went to Ridgeway with Stacy.
Oh, that's my girl, Stacy. That's the baby girl.
Is that the baby?
And that's the baby girl, and she did attend Ridgeway. Okay. Yes, she did. She graduated from Ridgeway.
All right. I will talk with you. I'll talk with you probably tomorrow, Miss Lucille. Thank you. Here.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear the corruption, the allowed corruption in Memphis. The Memphis City Council is a majority of blacks, weak, spineless blacks. In a city that is nearly 80, if not 80% African American, we have no power because we take no power. Power ain't given to you. You take your power. You take your positions. And these individuals have refused to take their power. Selena, if you're on here, call me. I'm going to do something for Selena. And I want you all to help me do something for Selena, whose sister passed away on Sunday from the COVID virus. Selena, if you're on the page, you give me a call. Yeah, Martavius. And Martavius and I have our disagreements on issues, but he's the only one that will stand up. Okay? Stand up for what is going on. Yeah, call my phone. Call my phone. Yeah. Yeah. Girl, if you got my real number, ain't none of you using that other number. It's all on the same phone. As I told y'all today, I've been in the dog most of the day. Woo. Oh, God.
Hello?
Hold on just a minute. Hold on just a minute. Tell them quit hollering in the background. Yeah, as I told you at the beginning of the show.
I just walked off.
Okay. I spent most of the day here in the dog, and the lights came back on, lights went off. That Negro that got killed drag racing was at the end of my street and knocked the power off. I said, damn, I hope y'all get through. Go and get that nigga up off the ground for 7 o'clock. All right. Selena.
Yes, sir.
All right. You went to the funeral home today. And
hold on 1 second, Thaddeus. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. I'm here.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Tell us what happened at the funeral home.
When we talked to them today, the guy basically said that for the crematorial services, it would be a total of $3,070 and I believe 20 cents. What they're going to do is just basically do a direct cremation, and then we're going to have a small service where the pastor say a few words, and about 3 of the close immediate family members will speak. There will not be a viewing of the body, but there will be a small service of less than 50 people.
All right, so they're doing a direct cremation?
Yes, sir.
That means no embalming?
No embalming.
Okay. And they're charging you how much?
$3,070.20.
They got you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
They did. Yeah, And like I told you, how much y'all paying the preacher?
He said that it's going to be 150, and it's going to be done at their chapel as well.
Uh, my opinion is this: that $150 y'all giving to the preacher, why?
Well, that's something that one of the family members wants to do,
They gon'
and
they gonna
offered
pay
to
for
pay.
it.
Yes, they offered to pay that extra for it.
Okay. So all right. So how much have you all raised on Cash App?
On Cash App, it was $286.
Okay. Well, then you tell me y'all had how much money did you tell me earlier that y'all had all together?
Currently, right now, let me see. I gotta refresh the page. Oh wow, we're at 3,000.
So what you? So y'all already at 3,000,
Yes, sir. Currently, we're at 3,000.
and the funeral is costing what? Three what?
It's $3,070.20.
So ain't nothing y'all need then, is it?
Well, I'm just gonna probably put a couple more hundred because GoFundMe actually charges a percentage. I think it's like 2.94% plus an extra 30 to 32 cents per donation. So we won't walk away with the 3,000 right now. If I withdraw the money, let's see what we'll have. I have to pull it up. We would have $28.95.80.
28,
Yes, sir,
95,
28.95.80.
80. Okay. All right. Here's what. So do some subtraction now. I ain't got my calculator right here. That's about how much money we need to get real quick.
Are you talking to me, Dave?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were talking to me. I thought you were talking to someone else. Okay, let me go ahead and calculate this really quick. So 30, 70, 20, and I'm going to subtract the 28.95.80. 174.40.
174.40.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, we can do that right now.
Hey, Daddy, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Um, Listen, I'm not really about drama, but there's always got to be some black people, and then you always got to have the niggas. And we got a couple of them that seem like they want to, start drama, and that's not what this is for.
What kind of drama?
So, like, just fighting, cussing, just being belligerent, just coming up trying to cause a scene.
For
Because
what?
they're already doing it. I don't know. It's like her friends. It's like two of her friends that were close to her, but they call each other sisters, even though they're not biologically related or even by adoption or anything like that, have the most to say, but they haven't done shit. And see, I have a problem with that. And before I go to jail, I would rather try to see if I can hire security, for the services, because they said that they can call the police, but by the time something pops off, it's going to be too late.
Okay, but
So
but Selena, why would something
Yes,
pop
sir.
off? Why something pop off?
Because it's already happening now. For example, one of
Wait a
the
minute.
friends.
Let me give everybody the cash app. Is Selena Selina? Now dollar sign. Don't forget the dollar sign. I always get with the dollar sign. Selena Archie. ARCHIE. Okay. Dollar sign Selena Archie. And while we talking, I'm gonna send you $50 right now. Uh,
Thank you.
um, So what, the drama is about what?
It's just a bunch of bullshit, Daddy. I don't really know the whole thing. It's just that all I know is one of my sisters, her adopted sister, who is older, that has my nephew at this time and has custody of him currently. They've been sending like threatening things because they honestly they feel like she was withholding information, even though they all got the same information that me and my sister did. And they feel like
Well, I mean, wait a minute. Well, hold it. What type of information?
withholding medical information. Like, for example, they were accusing her of quote unquote pulling the plug when that did not happen.
The accused. Wait a minute. And you should have my 50. I just sent it.
I got it. Thank you.
Wait a minute. They accused her of pulling her own plug.
They're accusing the sister, the older sister, the one that's adopted. They're accusing her of telling the doctor to pull the plug on my sister while she was in the hospital on the ventilator, and that was never the case. They were told the same information that we were, verbatim. But it's just that, it's always someone that wants to have something to say. And this, I don't know who this chick is, but she's one of my sister's closest friends, but she's threatened to slap the lady when she see her. And,
No. Y'all don't need no security guards.
Yeah.
You don't need no security guards. Just watch
security, but
just watch that bitch. And if she go to act ugly, whoop her ass. You don't need to hire no security guard.
I have a license to maintain, but at the same time, I will help off if I need to.
Just have somebody there.
I don't want to have to do that.
Have somebody there to whoop her ass.
Well, there's plenty of people going to be there to do that, but I just don't want that. We don't need all that.
And just tell her that if you do something out of order, we're going to whoop your ass. Shit, that's all you got to do.
Oh, Lord, you know what that is? If it was that simple, I would make it so. But I'm trying to be civilized. I'm trying to be peaceful about things, and it's going to be a disclaimer, no doubt. But at the same time, I can't foresee who's going to show up or what's going to happen. So I just want to make sure that I'm prepared because she's not the only one.
All right, let's raise this money right quick. That's just a matter of whooping their ass.
Well, I will if I have to.
Okay, shit. Just whoop the bitch's ass. Shit, don't get no security guard.
You're going to jail. You're going to bail me out?
I will.
Okay, because I don't have a criminal record now.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, shit.
And I need my license, so I got to say it was self-defense.
Shit. They ain't gonna lock you up for whooping a bitch's ass at a funeral.
I'm too old to be stomping motherhood.
No, let some of them young folk whoop her ass. Here's what you do. Go. Y'all having it in Tampa?
No, we're having it in Savannah. That's where my sister's from.
All right. Here's what you do. Find the precinct in your area. Okay.
It's Chatham County Police Department.
Okay. Go by there. Take your little pretty self on by there.
Okay.
And tell them that there may be trouble at the funeral, and will you have a patrol car there? Speak to the captain. Okay. Tell him what's going on, and to have a car there, if you would.
I'll do that before I get there.
Yeah, just do that. Just do that. And tell them, because you don't want to get in no trouble whooping a bitch's ass. That far from home.
I definitely don't.
Okay.
I definitely don't. And I haven't done it since 2010, so I don't want to have to.
Yeah, but a little whooping of the ass at the funeral maybe would make you feel better. So.
Oh yeah, that's a stress reliever.
Just let the bitch know. And see, the bitch probably just running off at the goddamn mouth anyway. What does she?
Most likely.
What does she want?
She don't want nothing. I mean, she just want to be seen. She want to be heard because it ain't like she taking care of my nephew.
Okay. All right. Well.
And she ain't doing a damn thing for my sister. She hasn't done anything when she was laying there.
And maybe she wants to get
I don't
custody.
think you need to say nothing.
How old is your nephew?
He's 7.
Okay. She just want to get a little custody and think she can get a little check or something.
She don't have any rights, not even legally, not even remotely. So
Okay,
she's
well,
not even biologically,
fuck her.
related. So
Fuck her. Don't even worry about that. How much money you done got thus far?
let's see here. Okay, let me
$ Selena Archie. Selina Selena Archie.
So far it's 120 right now.
How much? We need some more. We need some more. Yeah. Reach into your pockets. Reach, children. And there's always niggas that ain't got shit to do with the funeral that won't start drama at the damn funeral.
And you know what's really getting me, Daddy? I gotta restrain myself because the one that's doing all the threatening and all the talking, that's the one that brought my sister COVID from a party.
Well, shit, y'all don't want that bitch at the funeral.
She's not coming. She's not supposed to be coming. She's uninvited. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Shit. She
wants to show up. She about to get fucked up.
Hey, glory. And tell the film director that this person...
let him know. We've already discussed it.
Yeah, that this person might have the goddamn COVID. Shit.
Okay, I will let him know that because she is pretty much the perpetrator, and I believe that's guilt talking, but you directing the energy towards the wrong individuals. We trying to get this thing together and help everybody out. You ain't doing nothing.
Let them know we ain't gonna give you no group sale now, shit. All of us gonna get the COVID, and you gonna get everybody here. No, we ain't gonna give you no damn... We ain't gonna give you no group sale.
You get a special COVID ass whooping, too.
All right, whoop that ass.
I'll beat it out of her.
Put your mask on before you beat her ass up.
I'll be masked up.
Okay. Y'all send this money now.
What's going on now here? I'm at 170 now.
Okay. Y'all send some more.
I appreciate that. Thank y'all so much.
Okay. Selena, you gonna be all right, girl. When's the service?
It's we're going to schedule it for either next Friday or next Saturday.
Next Friday?
Either the 20th or the 21st.
Okay. Next Friday or next Saturday. Okay.
Yes, sir. But we're supposed to be getting with the pastor on Thursday to go ahead and seal the deal. He's supposed to be sending us each of us contracts so that we can sign off on and send our IDs with it.
And tell that nigga for $150 you want a good sermon. You don't want no...
he better hoop and holler. He better hit that.
Yeah, that's the one for $150. Shit.
He better sweat too.
Shit. Yeah, for $150, you want a little sweat. He needs at least about 10, 15 minutes. You know, he needs to act like he know her.
Hey, hit that line for me 31 times.
So, what's your sister's name? Ashley.
Yes, sir.
Sister Ashley was a mighty good lady. We gonna miss Sister Ashley, but we gonna keep on singing. We gonna keep on marching. Sister Ashley. Yeah. Then you know.
Okay.
Then you know you done got your $150 worth. Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna have to hold a note, Daddy, for $150 now. You can't be having no scratching. You can't be no beef let me. Wait a minute. Is he bringing an organ player or a piano player for the $150? Yeah, they better have a harp in there. That's what they better have. I want to hear some angelical music.
Yeah. Tell me you want no acapella ass preaching.
Yeah, we gotta have a choir.
Yeah. You need somebody that can tune it. You gotta have a tuner. Do-do-do-do-do. When you hit the notes, when you start changing gears, do-do-do-do-do. That's what you gotta have.
The drummer now.
Yeah.
Can't forget the drummer.
Yeah.
He might be fucking the holes in the other side room in the back, but we gonna need him to come play them drums real quick.
Yeah. Treasure chest, I don't even know who you are, baby. But yeah, baby, you gonna be all right. You need me, call me.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. I love all y'all.
If they lock your ass up, call me.
Oh, you know it for sure.
All right. Thank you, baby.
Speed dial. Thank you, and thank you. And I'm going back to the chat.
I'm glad to hear you laughing too, yeah?
Yeah, because I was crying earlier, so I need to do that.
All right. All right. You gonna take the ashes?
What'd you say?
Y'all gonna all get a little bit of the ashes?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm definitely going to get some.
Okay. All right.
And I think he said the urns, I'm probably just going to pay out of my paycheck or whatever, but the urns, he said, is going to be like $150 and up.
For what?
Yes, sir.
Baby.
So she comes from the crematory, she's going to be in a black box.
Yes,
and,
she sure wish.
He said that
she'll be in a plastic bag in a black box. Baby, go buy yourself a nice, pretty vase. That's all an urn is, baby, okay?
I can probably go on Amazon and get some, right?
Yeah, $150.
Yeah, he got me fucked up. I ain't paying for that.
No,
I already said, he asked me, he said, well, would you like to get an urn or anything like that? I said, depending on what you're talking in terms of your price. When he said $150 and up, I said, we're going to do some research on that, but we'll get back to you.
No, baby. Go get yourself a pretty vase. With you can put a top on. That's
some of them in a necklace.
Yeah, that's all an urn is. It's a vase.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to get a nice one.
You can get a vase with a top on it. You can get an urn.
Okay.
Shit, $40, $50. Nice one.
Okay.
Shit, go online.
I'm definitely going to be paying for that. I'm not paying for that now.
Yeah, go on there. Order one on Amazon, whatever it is, and they ship it to you, baby. Cause y'all gotta wait till
I'll look at it right now. I'll look and see.
Yeah. Yeah, you got time. You got time for the funeral.
Yes,
the ashes gotta cool off. What?
I love it.
The ashes is hot. Selena.
I know. Shoot. I know they gotta cool off.
Yeah. Shoot. All right, baby.
That's all right.
I'm glad to hear
you. Y'all.
I'm glad to hear you laughing here.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going back to the chat, y'all.
All right, baby. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Better get a vase. Shit. Ooh. Ooh, Lord have mercy. All right. Look, that wasn't realistic. I know what that funeral stuff costs. Shit. Shit. I knew a little boy, his mama died, they cremated her. He got a nice little box and he painted it and shit and got a top on it and put his mama's ashes in the little box. Shit, she didn't know the difference. Her soul going back to the Lord. Hush, ba 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 ba. Hey, glory. Ooh. Yeah, go to Hobby Lobby or somewhere. Yeah, nigga, tell. But that is the going rate for a sermon at the funeral. It's $150. And I don't know you. $150. Because you want me on my A game for your mama, don't you? Yeah, sir. $150. I don't know y'all. I gotta pretend like I know y'all. And then she was a nice lady. She probably was a stench, but I don't, for the $150, your mama gonna be wherever you want your mama to be on this occasion. Now weddings, they go 150 and 200 too. This for a paid preacher. That's work. Want to preach your mama's funeral, you don't get to preach nothing. Don't even invite him to the repast. But I don't go to nigga repasses no way. I don't go nigga repasses. Cause y'all gonna have that same Colonel Chicken's box of chicken, them green beans, them rolls, some slaw, and some gravy. Pull it one time, Pastor. Send me $150. Can't get no pool for free. Shit. I went some of these days. That's when they took me when I was working at the funeral home. Yeah, it's a pound cake. Everybody got some pound cakes. You know, when I was working at the funeral home, they took me, that's how I moved up into management at the funeral home. Because they said I wasn't cordial around families. You know, so I became the hearse driver. You know, but I go to the repast. Damn, why don't y'all hurry up? Shit. Damn, let's go. I be rushing the folk, so, you know. Yeah, potato salad. And don't you hate it? Everybody bring you a plate to the house. When somebody died, they want to come by with a plate or a pan or something. Don't eat all this shit. I don't know where that shit coming from. After my loved ones die, we go back to the house. The ones that I'm in charge of. I don't want to be with y'all. Y'all be rolling by the folk, patting them on the shoulder. It's gonna be all right. No, it ain't, motherfucker. It ain't all right. My mama in that box. It ain't all right. Now, what the fuck you talking about? Don't cry. I am gonna cry. That's my mama. Shit. The niggas come to the repast with goddamn plates and shit. You want to take plates home and shit. That wasn't your mama. Wasn't even no goddamn kin to you. Mama, just take a little bit. You ain't taking shit. Wait till your mama die and get a plate. Shit. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Ooh. And then, yeah, foots, they don't even buy a good Coke. They go buy them off-brand drinks. I don't even know the name of them. Off-brand. Then, you got niggas that go to funerals and you don't even know the people dead. I know some people like that. They be at everybody's funeral. And don't forget about the people that collect. I know y'all know some of these people. They collect funeral programs. Yeah, Dollar Tree drinks. Motherfucker, I don't drink that shit. Mr. Field, yeah, that kind of shit. Shasta. Y'all know folks that collect programs? You can go back and ask them about somebody that died 10 years ago. Girl, let me go back and check. I know I got the program somewhere in here. Here she is. She died in 1992. I don't know why they put that young picture on the program. She was an old bitch when she died. Why they put that young picture in there? And why, when folks died, they was in Mississippi. They was born in Mississippi, and they've been in Memphis 80 years. We're gonna take her back home. Bitch, she at home. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Because I done probably stepped on some of y'all toes. Ooh. Yeah. Now, I done seen it happen now. They can tell you everything about it. And some folk, especially some of them old people. And I ain't leaving Mississippi. Yeah, I know. Goddamn. Uh, ooh. What else y'all do at the funeral? Uh, y'all do some crazy shit. She sure looked natural. Look at her. Juanita, look at her, girl. She got a smile on her face. Y'all like to say that shit, don't you? The Undertaker put the smile on her goddamn face. She was mad as a motherfucker when she died. She didn't want to die. The fuck am I have a smile on my goddamn face and I'm dead? Shit. Look at her. She's just happy. She's just happy. Look at her. The Undertaker put the smile on her face. Okay? That's the Undertaker. Not the dead people. You mad when you die. Unless you wanted to die, you done ask God to come and get you or something. Lord, I'm ready to go on home with you or something. Other than that, you a mad motherfucker. Now, fuck, I'm going to be laying up in the casket smiling for it. I'm going to be mad. Yeah. Because the Undertaker can make your motherfucking ass look better dead than you did living. Put your little powder, put your little rouge on, put the right color lipstick on and shit. Mm-hmm. And when your mama's died, your mama's died, be nice to that, and your mama wore a wig, don't put the cheap wig on your mama in the casket. Go get your mama a new wig, okay? Something that won't be shifted on a goddamn head. Then you bump the casket, the motherfucker go to the side. Shit. And don't put the glasses on the dead people. They ain't gonna see no goddamn more. I swear. They landed up, and then, goddammit, they got the eyes closed. It ain't like the eyes open or nothing. And they looking. Okay? They dead. The eyes is glued. They done took super glue. She could open her eye if she wanted to. Okay? She couldn't open her eyes. Yeah, and that another one. Why y'all put a hat? How many of you motherfuckers lay down with a goddamn hat on your head? Hell. Yeah, I seen this shit. You bought the goddamn casket and the goddamn wig shift. And I know the day lady said, nah, motherfucker, why are you fucking with my hair, dude? Shit. Take the glasses off, take the hats off. And now you motherfuckers, yeah, the shoes be on if you got a full couch. Okay, if you got half a couch, I'm gonna tell you something. If you got a half a couch, that's where only the lid come up, you got the rest of it down there. Don't buy nobody dead no brand new shoes. Cause them motherfuckers ain't got no them new shoes on. Shit, they've been passed around the Undertakers. Shit. Oh, this motherfucker ain't gonna need these. Where he going? Let me try them. Let me try them on, man. Y'all be done shine the shoes and shit. Shit. little motherfucker got his ass whooped. Undertaker, a friend of mine, he dead now. At the casket at the funeral home, and NJ Ford standing there at the end of the casket at the funeral, and with the dead man's shoes on that the brother bought. The brother just sitting there on the couch on the front row at the funeral home. I was standing at the head, and the family's end was by the end of the casket. And the brother just a crying, because that was his brother. You know, because that guy shot up and shit. And that brother looked down, looked at them shoes. Stop crying. That motherfucker got on my brother's shoes. Them ain't your shoes, motherfucker. I called the boss people, because I had on my own motherfucking shoes, motherfucker. Shit. Oh, yeah, they steal your shit at the funeral home. Some funeral homes. When I grew up working around, if NJ Ford, they would get your shit. We had a motherfucker there. His name was Darryl Bell. God rest his soul. Darryl Bell was on that crack and shit. And they need some crack. You know, it take a little money to buy some crack. So what he do, I saw this one day, I wouldn't believe it. And Friday evenings is a day we have a whole lot of weights and stuff. And Dal was very articulate. Dal was walking around with his black suit on. You know, we had about 13 weights going on. So it's flowers on everybody's casket. So this couple came in, and Darryl went and asked them, "That's your loved one?" Yes, that's my cousin or something, he said. "Do you have a flower for him?" No, we sure want one. How about some lilies? Yes. Give me $25 and I'm going to go and get you a lily to put on the casket. Okay, sir. That nigga went into another funeral, took them people's lily, the casket of the man that they wanted to see. They wanted some blue flowers. So he went back, he got the folks flowers. I said, "Man, what you gonna do with that?" "I'm finna make some money." Took the flower back to the morgue. I went back to the morgue because I want to see what this motherfucker finna do. He had some blue magic hair grease and one of them little bitty paintbrushes, artist paintbrushes. He heated up the blue magic, dipped it in the blue magic, and painted the motherfucking white lilies blue. And it was cool enough in the funeral. It didn't run then. Went back, he had his own stack of cards in the morgue. "Who do you want me to make this card out to, sir?" Got the money and went and set it on the new people's funeral. I said, "Well, damn. When the funeral was over, the wake was over, he went, got the lily, got him a tissue with some white or something on it, and wiped it back, put the original card on there, and took it back." I said, "Motherfucker, you got it. I done seen some shit now." Shit. All right. Whew. That's enough. That's enough. Story time with the custom pastor. It was kind of ingenious, though, wasn't it? Yes. Whew. Boy, that's the stories I could tell you about the film business. And then Jake Foad. But it happened in a lot of film homes. All right, it's time for me to go. It's after 9 o'clock. I've been turning this TV back on. How you gonna lose your job, man? Shit. I be talking from experience. From experience. There is in certain parts of the country, they leave. They have the casket open the whole time the service is going on. I know in certain portions of Louisiana, I've preached several funerals in the boondocks of Louisiana, and the whole time you're preaching, that motherfucker looking at you. I was really going one day. I think I heard the dead man saying, "Nigga, when you gonna finish? Pull it and let's go." It's okay. And you know they bury you above ground in Louisiana. Okay. If you have not, I've got some nice orders today on this on the bedroom therapy, and I'm glad some of you are calling me and telling me that you're getting your orders. Some of them are in the mail. Some of them, like this week, have not been mailed because I'm not gonna mail 2 or 3 orders. I'll probably take them all tomorrow. I mean Friday. Okay. You don't believe Miss A for life? Yeah, wig and shit. If y'all buy them cheap wigs and they just got them placed on the head, you know, if you bump that casket and it ain't right on the head, it's gonna shift. Yeah. Mario, I know you ain't get. Didn't you? What did you order, man? Whew. We went to my cousin's casket. And we went to my cousin's funeral, and his body was missing from the casket. So bad, chick. Where was the damn body? Was y'all in the church? I said, "What you ordered, brother?" Let me see if you in this box, Mario. Trent Scott, Natasha Brooks, Danielle, Monique, Kim, Ashley Washington. Okay. Send me an email. His wife cremated him and left. Okay, well, what the fuck she supposed to do? And why y'all not want dead folks setting up in cheers and in cars and shit? Okay. All right. Ooh, email me, brother. Thanks to you that ordered during the program on today as well. All right. It's 9:20. It is 9:20. I hope that you all will enjoy me in the morning for the Bets and Blues, baby. Okay, nobody play no blues like I play them. Okay. Thank you all for helping Selena as well. And keep on sending us stuff. Oh, she might need something for the repast. So Lena, now we don't want y'all to have no chicken. What else you have at a repast? Mm. No. Mm. I hope that you all enjoyed the show on tonight. And yeah, Miss Lucille was quite informative about what's going on Beale Street. So, hey, we got a lot of things that's going on. A lot of things that I've got in the makings that I ain't told nobody about but me. Okay. I can't tell on myself. Yeah, chicken the only thing to have at a repast. Mm, okay. This is a pretty good show not to be playing. And again, Isaac, I'm on the air. What's up, man?
Oh, call me when you get off. Call me when you get off.
Is it about money?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I will call you as soon as I'm going to get off the air right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Isaac Lindsay on the air. I'll talk in just a few minutes. Isaac sings that song, You Gotta Hurt Before You Heal. And he's also the manager of the stations down in Mississippi. He said it's about Munties. So if it's about Munties, it's time to get ready to go. Y'all want nothing else out of me tonight, do you? Did y'all really enjoy the show? Woo.
Y'all come on and ride with me.
Play what on your way out, Mr.
I'ma let you ride.
This is what you need to ride. This mule.
Until you get tired.
The other song be too slow. That is your song, ain't it, bad chick? What's our song?
Until you get tired.
Selena, love you, baby.
When you get done, there's something you got to do.
Oh, no, sir.
Turn around, baby.
I don't hold shit.
And get on top of you from the back.
Natasha.
Yeah. I know you want it.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute, I didn't mean to get Terry right. I'm wrong, Terry. I done lost my good thing. No, I gotta start all over.
Y'all come on and ride with me.
Mario,
I'ma let you ride.
Mario, was that 10 coffees or 10 honeys? Female honeys.
I'ma let you ride. Yeah. Until you get tired. When you get done, there's something you got to do. Turn around, baby, and let me get on top of you from the back. Hey. Yeah. I know you want it like that.
Mario, send your address right now to my inbox. The Instagram inbox. Send it right now. And I'm gonna pack you up right now.
When you ride, just stay on it. I want you to know, baby, it's not no goddamn pony. It's on you. Yeah. It's on you.
Enobina, Mississippi, the mayor of Bena, Mississippi, where Mississippi Valley College was on the show this morning. Well, Tim, tell everybody in Chattanooga about me. Woo! Do what? Yeah, I've heard of Wendell B.
Can I hit it? Hey. Ooh, yeah. And I ain't gonna quit it. Can I stand up in it? Ooh, yeah. Can I lick you, lick you, lick you, lick you, lick you real good? Yeah. Can I run you all night? When you ride, just stay on it. And I want you to know, baby, it's not no goddamn pony. It's a mule. Ooh, yeah. It's a mule.
All right, Joe.
It's a mule.
Yeah, that's what he said. April, that's what he said.
It's a mule. When you get tired, that's when I'm gonna get mine. It's a mule. I'ma let you roll.
All right, Sade, you want to hear?
You get through. It's a
See,
mule. And when you get
I'm trying to go.
what I'm gonna do to you. It's a mule. I'ma let you ride. Yeah. Till you get tired. It's a mule. When you get tired, babe, I'm gonna get mine.
Sade, let me find that song for you. And I'm going, okay? I ain't leaving Mississippi. You saw my handsome grandson here in the school on Facebook. And he got my genes. All my grandsons got my genes. They just as good looking as I am. Yeah. You saw my grandson driving. That boy, that's gonna be a player. I tell my daughter, that particular grandson, he gonna be a hoe. He got all his granddaddy's tendencies. That age. He driving, I think, well, how old is that boy? 16, I think. It's hard for me to keep up with mine. But he think he fine. He's athletic. Okay. Plays football, basketball. He's probably gonna be able to set his mama up because he's an A student. Oh, you saw Raymond's son. Oh, he gonna be a hoe too. My son a hoe. I don't know where they get their whole tendencies from. Let me play this song for you so I can get off the air. Sade, this is for you, and I'm finna go.
You know, someone came up to me the other day and said, Hammer, they told me you had moved.
This is Jay Hammer also.
I said, what? Man, people always spread rumors. But let me straight the rumor. I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna
Thank you, Tamala.
Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now, I was born
Me either.
in the Delta, not too far from Clarksdale. I was raised up on hog maw, cornbread and turnip greens. I got my first piece of coochie in the middle of a cotton field. you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Mississippi got some big booty women in every
You all right with me,
corner of the
Tammo?
state. They got the love so good, you ain't gonna wanna wait. They specialize in big old hips and big old thighs. They can put something on you so good, a man can't help but to cry. And I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Some people say it's over, but I don't care. You can do what you wanna do, but I ain't going nowhere. I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now you can travel all over the world and have a whole lot of friends. But if you ever come looking for me, I'll be right down in these hills. I ain't leaving Mississippi. Mississippi is my home. If you think I'm gonna leave Mississippi, you might as well leave me alone. Now Mississippi got some valleys so low, they got some hills so high. They got some places in the delta you can hide from the FBI. Now Mississippi got some soul food that'll make you smile. You ain't never had no soul food until you had a Mississippi style. And I ain't leaving Mississippi.
So I'm gonna leave y'all now.
Mississippi is my home.
Y'all tune me in the morning
Think I'm gonna
around the country.
Mississippi. You might as
WAGR 102.5 on the TuneIn app. If you're in Mississippi, you get me on the radio. You're in Memphis, Eastern Arkansas, Northern Mississippi, I'm on the radio. So when I'm coming back to Mississippi, probably soon, man. I'm going to look for me a truck tomorrow. No, I don't play OB. All right, y'all. That is it for the night. Ain't no more. Ain't no more. I enjoyed you too, Chocolate Chip. You know I don't know who you are. That's it for the night. Okay. I'm going to look for me a truck tomorrow. I want me a 4-door truck. I'm ready to trade my Cadillac in. Shit. I had it fixed and it ain't riding the way I want it to ride. I ain't finna spend no thousands of dollars on it. It's just like a woman. When I'm tired of you, I'm through with you. So, and it just ain't riding the way I want it to ride no more. All right. Y'all be good. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If y'all got bed bugs, exterminate. Okay? We'll talk with you later.